Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with Tennessee's head coach before the game. He told me that his quarterback deserves all of the Heisman attention that he is receiving. We have seen what he's been able to do through the air. He is top 5 right now in the country in passing touchdowns, and he continues to improve in his ball security. I believe he belongs in that conversation for Heisman Trophy, but we'll keep you posted. This could change through the course of the season, but right now, he is on track to hear his name called in New York. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Tennessee's offense onto the field first, and we'll see their opening script. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now, and I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be...
He's going to go for a big one. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Off the play fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And they come out firing, and it's been more of the same for this young man. He has been so good, and we talked about it briefly to open this football game. He's in the Heisman conversation, and do you know how hard that is to do when your team's not in the playoff conversation? Like, you've got to put up silly numbers, video game numbers. You got to do it consistently, and so obviously the start of this football game, kind of picking up where he's left off through this season, and somebody's got to find a way to stop him.
The Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Hauls it in. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And guys, we got to see his first start, right? Like, get started into this being at...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Volunteers! Well, on the sideline, got it in the end zone.
And man, this QB has been fun to watch, and another great start to the football game. We've seen him be successful throughout the year. Now, to start the game, a touchdown pass. This guy's so good, man. I know he's not in the playoff conversation, but the conversation for best players in college football, he showed up every week. He's been so good. His numbers have been good. And when you play this guy, all eyes are on him trying to stop the quarterback.
On the run from inside his own 5. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're sitting atop the rankings. How hard is it to maintain that focus as the season goes along? He's got it along the sideline. Off to the races to the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll move the tight end. Finds his man. It's Harbor.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Sellers on the play action. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. 3rd and short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. The play action fake. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. And he put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now running. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll try to get it going in the right direction this time, 2nd and long from the 19. Looking to scramble. Going right and going deep. He's got it. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Trying play action. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Snatches it on the right. Touchdown, Vols. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And he added the extra point. On the move from inside his... And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Kicking team's got it. He is in! Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So after that false start, now dealing with 2nd and 15. Here's Sellers to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a great job by the defender that time, locating the ball on the ground and hopping on it for a fumble recovery. And guys, that's the 2nd straight game this guy has had a fumble recovery. Had one their last time out, and he's got another one here.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Looking for the score. Ball is incomplete, but I believe this is going to be a penalty on the defense. So the pass interference in the end zone will have the ball placed at the 2. And the Volunteers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. The run inside. It's Bishop. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Tennessee! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Defense looks as if it's coming. Pulls it, fired complete. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Then the short completion brings up 2nd down. On the option. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Rushes on him. It's complete to the left. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Staley. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they'll
He's got it inside the 25. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the ball's headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Touchdown, Vols! What a catch in the end zone for 6. Is there anything this dude can't do? He's channeling his inner Condridge Holloway, Heath Schuler, or dare I say, the great Peyton Manning.
I bet he can't lead the band, Reese. I bet he's not allowed to do that. He's having himself a day, but he's not there yet. But, man, putting up some stats, doing what he wants. This offense is absolutely cooking.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Throwing, Sellers. Under fire. He's going to run it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run the counter. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Both teams wanted to get the ball to their playmakers. Let's see how these wideouts are doing so far. First play of the period will be a second down. They go play action with Sellers. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Sellers swings it out to his running back. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. No fair catches here, looking for room. He's got great speed. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And how about the day this freshman quarterback has had running the offense? He's been turnover-free. They're moving the ball up and down the field. A really mature performance. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Staley. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. The Vols, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Off play action on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown Volunteers! Makes the catch, plenty of room, feet down in the end zone.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Tennessee. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. Bringing the heat. He's going to take off. Powers through the defender. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. It's first down for back at their own 24-yard line. Here's Sellers to throw. Slides away. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the Oaks. You'll take any help you can get with that penalty yardage, but it's still 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He'll get rid of it. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Seven-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And they get another first down, and this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like, not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get first downs, and a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. He gets nothing, nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. The accuracy is perfect, the loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Checking in from the Tennessee sideline. Guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver.
He uncorks one deep. Snags it on the right. Off and running. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Vols! He scores for the 5th time in this game. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it, David.
And Reese, first downs, yards, that's not even what they look at anymore. Yards don't really matter. You got to execute in those critical areas on the field and get points on the board.
Yeah, it was mental errors on that last drive, too, that led to negative plays. They got to get those things erased and pull it back together here on this drive. Go put some points up on the board.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sellers. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Throwing, Sellers. Catch in the middle, it's Bennett. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the missed connection on 3rd down. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept them from being backed up even further. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He lets one fly deep, brings it in down the left side. Off and running inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Volunteers! He's in the house for the 6th time in this game. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead.
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Sellers. Caught behind the line. It's McAllister. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Running inside. It's McAllister. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Looking deep. He's got it down the left. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Tight end now in motion. Looking for a gap. It's Clark. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos after a success.
He tries to take the top off. Upstairs he's got it. He's brought down the one a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Snagged out of the air. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Sellers to the air again. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And how about this defense? Not getting frustrated. They've given up a bunch of yards. You're down in your scoring area, but nice job bowing your neck on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down, not getting frustrated. Good job focusing by this defense.
And this one is perfect. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Staley. Timeout is called. It's the 2nd charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He lets it fly. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll run play action. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. The sack makes it an even longer third down chance for this offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. The Volunteers will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside is 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing
Maybe some room here. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. Oh, they're after him. And he never had a chance.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
So here is the Tennessee offense. The run inside. It's Bishop. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. And the Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense hadn't got the ground game going.
Breaks into the open. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Goes to the option. Quick toss. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. And the Vols with the 1st and 10. The give on the counter. Makes it past the marker. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he is within striking distance of a 2,000-yard season. Caught. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Vols go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Touchdown, Tennessee! He got it beat down in bounds. That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns. And he knocked that one right down the middle.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Vols! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And right down the middle. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Here's a give to Auguste. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Might have gone into that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the 1st down. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Auguste. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
It'll be 3rd and long. Handoff for Auguste. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Nestled just inside that right upright. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll send the tight end in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. The Volunteers are in the hurry-up.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That
might have a chance. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important 1st down. Off play action. Starts to scramble to the left. Lets it fly. Complete downfield. An explosive play in the running game. Moves the sticks for the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he's got it! Touchdown, Volunteers! Into the end zone for the 7th time in this game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Running inside, it's Fuller. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Runs, he smashes his way through again. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. There he goes. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. 6th play of the drive coming up. The play action fake. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. They get through and it's blocked.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up the day, man. You've been getting beat all over the place. You're trying to make the score a little bit closer, maybe fight back in, maybe get competitive. Even your field goal unit isn't performing well. It's just not your day, dog.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. That's caught. It's Jackson. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Wants to throw on 1st down. Moving out to the right. Now he'll fire back into the middle. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Extending the play. Fires on the move. Got his man. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Tennessee. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
Man, mean, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Gibson. He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Trying play action. Right down the middle. The short hands, it's Black. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. He goes right back to the air. Here's a heat. Fires on the run. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw again. Dumps it to the back. He's got him this time. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on first down. Looking down the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Going to stop play here as one of the Volunteers remains on the field. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground. And they've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground and create these negative plays for this offense that creates a big hole for them.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Tennessee sideline. This is so fun to watch these guys hype up their wide receiver. Every time they come off the field, there is yet another celebration. He has been an incredible downfield target.
He's going to let it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Solid run on the last play, sets this offense up on 1st down. This time he wants to throw. Makes the grab down the left side. There he goes. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Well, I feel like the story of this game really has rolled out just the way we thought it would, right, guys? Big-time quarterback, one of the best in the nation, facing a defense that has been struggling, and he never took his foot off the gas. When big plays presented themselves, he took advantage. You've seen his ability and his accuracy and the decision-making all on display in this one, and this offense has been dominant because of it.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find... Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire, and it's a sack.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
They call the timeout here, and we have 1, maybe 2 snaps remaining in this one. On third down, here's Auguste. Ball is loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Unleashes one deep. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to